Welcome to our series of video in factoring polynomials. The goal of this video to factoring trinomials when the leading coefficient is not 1. The leading coefficient here is 7. Is the number in front of the y square. But when I multiply the 7 times positive 28, I get 196. Positive 196. I'm going to factor this 7 times and 28, 4 times 7. I factor the 4 again. 7 times 2 times 2 times 7. I arrange them, means 2 times 2 times 7 times 7. Means 196 is 1 times 196 because this is positive. I have to look under the sum, and 2 times what? If I hide the first 2 here, I multiply the rest. 7 times 7, 49 times 2, I get 98. There is no 3 here, there's no number gives me, but I can get 4. 2 times 2, I get 4. 4 times 49. There's no 5 here. There's no number give me 5 here. When I multiply them, there's no number give me 6, but I can get 7. If I hide the first 7 and I multiply the rest, 2 times 2, I get 4 times 7, I get 28, means 7 times 28. The same as the original one. And the last one is 14 times 14. And I have to look for the sum. I found 2 numbers. When I multiply them, when I add them, I get 53. Which is 4 and 49. When I combine them, I get 53. Because the sign here positive 196 y square. Because the sign positive, I have to look under the sum, and both sign must be negative or both are positive or both are negative. Means could be negative 4 y times the negative 49y. Because here the sign is negative, means both are negative. And when I combine them, I get negative 53. Negative 4y and the negative 49y. I get negative 53. I'm going to replace the negative 53 to, I replace it to negative 4y and the negative 49y. 7y square under 7y square equal under equal here plus 28. I group them. Here 7y square minus 49, I have the 7 and I have y common factor. 7y is a common factor times y here minus 7. I take negative 4 here from both. Negative 4 common factor. I multiply by y, I get the first term. I multiply by negative 7 to get to the positive 28. This is 2 terms here. I have y minus 7 common factor. I take y minus 7 as a common factor. If I multiply by 7y, I get the first term. If I multiply y minus 7 times negative 4, I get the second term. Please pause and take notes. This is the same question we just done. If you multiply y minus 7 times 7y, I get the first term here. If you multiply y minus 7 times the negative 4, I get the second term. The leading coefficient 7, when I multiply by negative 28, I get negative 196. Because the sign here is negative, I have to look under the difference. I look, where is the difference? You get 96. You get 98 minus 2 here, I get the 96. I mean, I have to choose 2 and 98. This is the best I'm going to use it. Because the sign here is different, this is 2 sign must be different. It's negative. Because the sign here is negative, the 2 sign here must be different. One is positive and one is negative. This is y squared. Means 2y here times 98y. One is positive, one is negative. Because the middle term negative, I take the highest one became negative, and this became positive. When I combine them, I get negative. If I have 2y here and the negative 98y, if I combine them, I get negative 96y. I'm going to replace the 96 here, the negative 96 here, by 2y, negative 98y. Seven y square here under 7y square, here plus, here minus 28. I group them. 7y square and 90y. I take 7y here common factor, and I group those also. I take negative 2 here common factor. 7y here is a common factor, times y plus 14. In this group I get negative 2 is a common factor. Here is y, and the negative times negative to get, here is y. Negative times positive here to get negative 28, and here is 14. You have y plus 14 is a common factor. Y plus 14 is a common factor. If I multiply this by 7y, I get the first term. I multiply y plus 14 times negative 2, I get the second term. Please pause and take notes. This is the same question I just done. If I multiply y plus 14 here times 7y, I get the first term. If I multiply y plus 14 times negative 2, I get the second term. For this one, the last one, number 3, because you have the same problem, but the 7y squared, she has the negative sign here. I have to get rid of from this negative sign. To get rid of from the negative sign here, I have to take negative 1 as a common factor. Negative 1 times 7y squared, I get negative 7y squared. And the negative times positive, I get the negative. And the negative times the negative, I get the positive 28. I use distributive property. And we already factored this before. This trinomial, 7y squared plus 96y minus 28. And we factor it in here, which is number 2. And this is a factorization. This is your homework. Please try those in your own. And if you have any questions, please write it in the comment below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful.